Raider Nation, good morning. It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report. You got to forgive me a little bit. I lost my voice last night when we were live here on the Raiders Report, but I wanted to be able to make you guys a quick video this morning to discuss the signing of linebacker Jaylon Smith. I mean, this is the first move that Raiders interim head coach Antionio Pierce is doing now that he has taken over for Josh McDaniels. This is the very first move that your brand new interim general manager Champ Kelly is making now that he is stepping in here for Dave ZIegler. So coming up here on today's show, I'm just going to kind of go over why I like the move of Smith, why I think that they kind of went this route here, and kind of what it means going forward with the silver and black. On top of that, we'll take a little bit of a deep dive into what Smith's PFF grades are. We'll look at some of the stats and the biggest reason why I think the Raiders ended up signing Jaylon Smith. Now, here's the one thing that I want y'all to do. Remember, when anytime news, rumors, anything around the silver and black happens, I'm here, man. I'm committed. I'm bought in. I will do anything for this team, and if that 26-hour live stream wasn't proof of that, I wish y'all could see it, but YouTube literally told me that the stream's too long to save, but hey, it's up there. I promise. Go check it out as best as you can, but seriously, hit that subscribe button. We're keeping you guys up to date. All right, so let's talk about here the move that the Raiders ultimately ended up doing here. They signed Jaylon Smith, a linebacker, to a one-year deal, and Smith had a visit with the Silver and Black earlier this offseason. He's been a player that's been floated around a bunch to the Silver and Black because of his past ties to defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, because back in 2021, Jaylon Smith was a member of that defense with Patrick Graham with the New York Giants. So what I want to know from everybody down there is give me your one-word reaction. What is your one-word reaction to the Las Vegas Raiders signing a linebacker Jaylon Smith to a one-year deal? My one-word reaction to the Raiders going out and picking up Jaylon Smith is motivated. The reason why I'm going to go with motivated here is because I think Antionio Pierce wanted to go out and find a player that he thought was going to be motivated, that was going to be able to help them build up this Raiders locker room from the inside. I'm going to be real honest with you. Jaylon Smith's knees at this point of his career are pretty shot. He does still offer you some ability against the run. And, you know, again, I'm looking for a sideline-to-sideline linebacker, but you're just not really going to get that anymore. And I think one of the big reasons why the Raiders went out and they got him is they're a little bit nervous right now around the injuries to Deablo, a little bit nervous about the injury to around Luke Masterson, and I don't know if those guys are going to be able to play Week 9 against the New York Giants. But the reason why I'm going to use the word motivated is because for the first time in a long time, after hearing a head coach of the Raiders or interim head coach of the Raiders here speak, I was ready to run through a brick freaking wall for Antionio Pierce. And if I'm an interim head coach, I'm looking for a player that is going to help me motivate some of these players in the locker rooms, somebody who's going to help me motivate my message to every single one of the players, and somebody that's going to help me motivate these guys to go win a freaking football game against my former team in Week 9. I get it, what Antionio Pierce said. He said, yeah, it's not about me, it's about the players, and I 100% agree with that. But at the same time, you know for a fact that he wants to go out there. He wants to get a win, not only for himself, but he wants to get a win for the Raiders. He wants to get a win for the players, the organization, the fan base. And you're damn right he wants to get a win for himself. That dude was a passionate human being, and I respect the hell out of Antionio Pierce. The reason why I think it's, kind of funny, and I laugh a little bit here, not because I don't like the move. It's a good move for what the Raiders currently need. I'm really curious to see if Jaylon Smith does end up playing this week. I mean, he was signed off the New Orleans Saints practice squad, so he's been in shape. He still continues to work out. Oh, my God. This totally has nothing to do with this video, but this is funny as hell. Today's Jimmy Garoppolo's birthday, so make sure you guys wish Jimmy G a happy birthday. And speaking of him, if the Raiders decide to cut him next year, they're going to take on a $28.3 million dead cap hit in 2024. Or the 24 cap hit could drop to $15.5 million if they use the post-June 1st designation. But then the Raiders take a $12.8 million hit in 2025. Happy birthday, Jimmy. We're benching you for the rookie Aiden O'Connell, who gives us a better chance to win close your eyes, blow out the candles, and maybe you could wish for a better arm since you're making all this money. Because Josh McDaniels stinks. All right, we're going to keep it rolling here with the whole Jaylon Smith talk, but where I was going with this before the LOL of Jimmy G's birthday is, if you guys remember when John Gruden was fired, they moved on from him. They obviously hired interim head coach Rich Bisaccia, and if you guys remember, the first moves that Bisaccia made as interim head coach was that he gave A.J. Cole, Trent Sieg at the time, who was the Raiders' long snapper, and Daniel Carlson all brand new deals. So I kind of laughed a little bit because Bisaccia was the special teams coordinator. He gives his special teams guys these brand new deals right away when he becomes interim, and now you got Antionio Pierce. The very first move that him and Champ Kelly go out and do is they go find a linebacker, a former linebacker of the New York Giants, and a player that, again, he's not really all that great anymore. I mean, he's on the Saints practice squad for a reason, but he's a really good locker room guy. He's going to go out there. He's going to motivate a lot of people to get the best out of him. And, the last time he played with Patrick Graham, he had by far his best season. So when I look at the year of Patrick Graham here and I look at the year of Smith, when you go back here to 2020, excuse me, he started all 16 games. Or that's a lie. His best seasons were with the Dallas Cowboys, which is kind of like where he was known for. And remember, right before he came out into college, he suffered that just wicked knee injury, which, I think really has kind of zapped him of his longevity in his career. But in 2020, he had 154 tackles. The year before that, 142. And he was always kind of this, guy was going to rack up a bunch of tackles, just not all that great in coverage. In 2021, he played on 3 different teams, the Cowboys, Giants, Green Bay Packers. But when he was with the Giants, 4 games, 2 starts, he had 1 PBU, 19 tackles, and a sack with 1 tackle for loss the following season in 2022. Now, again, Patrick Graham's not there anymore. He's with the Raiders. But this is a player who obviously has some sort of connection with Patrick Graham. He obviously has some sort of connection with Antonio Pierce. And I like the fact that they went out and tried to get a guy that I think that they're going to help, deliver a message. Last season, Jaylon Smith had a coverage grade according to PFF at 44.9, a pass rush grade of 72.0, a run defense grade of 62.7, and an overall grade of 56.0. But when you look at the year in 2021, technically the year that he had the best from a coverage standpoint was 2021 when, again, he's playing a little bit here with Patrick Graham, an 80.8 coverage grade, a pass rush grade of 63.9, an overall grade of 66.3 according to PFF. In those situations on defense, he had a passer rating allowed at 97.2 and played predominantly in coverage snaps, which is, I think, what the Raiders are kind of hoping for here with Jaylon. A little bit more depth, a little bit more help as a practice squad player, and really just, again, trying to fill in some shoes here in case Divine Deablo and Luke Masterson do ultimately end up missing some time. All right, y'all, that's all the time I got for you. I appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all for always tuning into the Raiders Report. I had a lot of fun last night on the live stream, as you can tell with my voice. But I'm gonna enjoy a much-needed family day today with Chuck, with my fiance Alex. There's not going to be any stream for Thursday Night Football tonight, so just kind of keep that in mind. You will get some more videos, though, throughout the week, so just be on the lookout for them. I might just be home here chilling instead of being at the office. All right, y'all, so one more time here, the Las Vegas Raiders have signed linebacker Jaylon Smith to a 1-year deal. It is the first move that Antionio Pierce, new Raiders interim head coach, has made at the top of the helm. If you're looking for more videos here from the Raiders Report, click the subscribe button right here. And then I got even more videos, which personally I think Chuck might recommend these up here. And then if you're like, Mitch, I need even more news and rumors around the silver and black, I got you up here. We're double-fisting Raiders videos. Hit these buttons if you want more. Click that subscribe button right there, because I can promise you this, there's nobody in the game that's more committed to the silver and black than me right here, so subscribe today.